Yeah, obviously, they have really good defense. We're going to do our best on defense to, maybe get a score, put our offense in the best position possible, to score. So I think we kind of pride ourselves on that, especially this week, knowing that the defense is really good, doing everything we can on our defense, to put our offense in position. So.
Is there anything in particular you most appreciate about the job your interim head coach has done?
Yeah, I think Coach Joseph's done a really good job of building relationships with the players. From a personal perspective, he's really built a relationship with me. He's talking to me about games, what he liked me, what I did good, what I did bad, what I need to improve on, stuff like that. I think his leadership's been really good. He's got the team to really go behind him. Everyone's playing for him. You know what I mean? So I think he's done a really good job at that.
Has this season encouraged you to think you want to do this again?
Yeah, this season's been great to me. Obviously having a few injuries, being the real season that I've really played, started, all games so far. So I'm obviously going to have a big decision to make at the end of the season. Some of it will be dependent on who's here, coaches and stuff like that. So I'll evaluate that after the season, but really focus on Iowa right now.
Has Coach Dawson given you feedback on how you played this year and what's he said and what's been your own self-assessment?
Yeah, I think me and Dawson have a really good relationship. He'll tell you how it is, and I think as the seasons went on, I think my play has progressed as he does too. Obviously, not really starting any games before this season, kind of getting thrown in there, So I think as the seasons went on, I've definitely progressed in my play. So obviously, it'll be a big decision to make at the end of the season, and so I'm looking forward to that.
Colton, Iowa's offense, they do a lot of zone blocking. As a defensive lineman, interior guy, what's the trick against an offensive lineman?
Yeah, exactly. So, the last few weeks we've seen some gap scheme, truck last week, power stuff like that, counter. This week's going to be a lot more, zone scheme like you're saying. So, obviously the biggest thing when you're getting zone blocking is to knock the guy back and get off blocks. If you don't knock him back, you're just stalemated. He'll lock on to you. You can't get off blocks. You're not going to make any plays. So I think it's big when you're zone. Obviously inside zone, stretch stuff like that. So you're big time getting off blocks.
Colton, what do you think of the idea of playing spoiler on Friday against them?
What's that again?
What do you think of the idea of being a spoiler?
Oh yeah. Obviously, they're playing for the Big Ten to get into the Big Ten championship. So I think obviously me being from Nebraska, me being here for 5 years, and not beating them, that's a pretty big thing for me. So I'm looking forward to Friday, and I'm going to play as hard as I can. So.
Well, how do you describe this Nebraska-Iowa? Well, some people call it rivalry. I don't know what the players would say.
Yeah, I think it's a huge game. Obviously, playing it on Friday. How many games are on Friday? What are there? 5 games or whatever. How many people in the world are watching? You know what I mean? So. There's obviously going to be a lot of people watching this game, so what we put on tape is what's going to define us. Maybe things haven't went our way this season, but this game can mean a lot to us. If we can throw their season off, that's huge to us, especially with this rivalry. We're playing for a trophy, so.
You've been a lot of these Iowa games. Is there a memory that comes to mind for you, just Nebraska, Iowa, these last few years?
Yeah, I think the walk-off, the kicker kicking that walk-off one year. I can't remember what year that was, but he was a little disrespectful to us, So I think that kind of lights a little bit of a fire under us, for the people who have been here. And it's our job as players who have been here to tell the transfers, and stuff like that, what this game means to us. So.
I was going to ask a little bit about what Evan was saying, but yeah, it's been a while since Nebraska has won against Iowa. Do you remember watching that game back in 2014?
I do not. I do not remember that, no. But yeah, that's a little bit too long for us. So hopefully this week and we can get that done.
What emotion would you use to describe how you feel about what comes after that Iowa game? You guys are going to play the game, and I know the focus is there, but you guys are going to have a different head coach, whether it's Mickey or somebody else. Like, what's the emotion that you have about what comes after?
Yeah, obviously there's going to be a lot of decisions made for each person. Every person's going to have to make a decision on what to do. And that's just kind of part of this business. This is a business very oriented by wins, If you're winning, everything's perfect. When you're losing, everything's not. So each person will have their own, talk with their family, talk with the new coach, stuff like that. Personally, I'll look forward to that to make my decision. But yeah, like you said, Iowa's what's at stake. And we'll have time after the season, to digest all that stuff and get ready to go.
How often are you asked, who do you think the new coach is?
Too much. Everyone thinks they know stuff. They want to know stuff. They don't know stuff. Yeah, a little too much. So.
Your family included? Does your family ask you that question?
Not really. I'm assuming they think that I would probably tell them if I knew who it was. So not so much family, but outside people trying to get the scoop on everything.
Classmates.
Yeah, classmates, friends, stuff like that. So I think it's a pretty common question that gets a little annoying.
What do you tell them?
I'm just like you. I have no clue. All these rumors. I don't know. I don't know what to tell them. Just tell them I don't know.
How do you guys get that one extra stop, that one extra first down to seal the game?
Yeah, I think that's something that actually Coach Bush, me and him were texting after the game, and he was saying, I wish I could have got us one more stop. And I think these coaches may take too much blame on themselves. Obviously, we're the ones out on the field. We're the ones that can make that one more stop. So you never know when that play is going to be. When you need that stop, it could have been earlier in the game, could have been later in the game on that drive. You know what I mean? So you just got to go out there and play hard every play, and just try to hold them to as least amount of points as possible to ensure that we don't let them get that one more touchdown or that one more field goal. So.
Has that been driving you crazy?
Yeah, I mean, I've been here for 5 years, and there's been a lot of close games in my time here. And that's something we haven't done a very good job of when I've been here, is closing games, getting that one extra first down, like you said, or that touchdown or that stop. So I think that's something that we need to figure out, from a team perspective, player perspective, coach perspective, all that. So